Now we're live.
This is podcast 423. My friends, special guests, Missy, Ren, Aaliyah, and who was the last one I missed?
Brandon.
Yeah. What's up, Missy? We're back.
Great to be back. Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
me. I really appreciate
I'm
it.
glad you came on. So
Yeah.
last time we were here, it was podcast. I'll tell you, for example, it was podcast 399. That was the last podcast.
So you've done a lot since I was last year. That's great.
Yes. So I want to ask I want to ask a question about AI for a second. We'll get that in a little bit. But first and foremost, we've been recently together at different gatherings. So tell us about what we've been doing for the past. Remember we did the CBDS stuff? We did
So our CBDS team, Woburn, Chelsea, and Peabody got together and we started doing monthly meetups where we can just hang out, meet each other.
Yeah.
It helps a lot with social skills, right? We meet people we don't know.
Yeah.
Introductions. We recently, you weren't there, but we recently met up bowling in Danvers.
Oh, nice.
That was pretty fun.
Oh.
And word on the street is that next month we'll probably end up at Prince Pizza for a make your own pizza kind of thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we try to make it fun.
Sounds interesting.
It's a pretty good time.
That sounds fun. Sounds fun. I don't know if I'll be there. We'll see what happens.
I hope to see you there.
I hope so. Me too. So let me ask you a question real quick about music for a minute, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I love music. Yeah.
The AI stuff. So I created some songs with my mom a couple weeks ago, just for free, just to go mess around with it.
Yeah.
And I thought the songs were too short. It was only 20 seconds long.
Can you ask them to make it longer, or
Well,
that's just
well, let me tell you why.
Yeah.
So me and my mom, there's a site called Suno that you can do it for free. But so I guess different plans you can do from plans you can pay for $10 a month for 500 songs. And I guess because me and mom did the basic plan. Could that be why they were shorter? Because we just did the regular basic plan just to try it out.
I bet.
And then what it is?
Yeah, they dangle the song in front of you and you really like it.
Yeah,
you want to hear the rest, and they want you to pay more money.
But why would that be though with sites like that? Why would they make you want to pay more?
Well, I mean, AI is new, right?
Yeah,
it's a newer technology, and so it's a lot is unknown.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot, actually.
It takes a lot.
Yeah. So if you have an app, was it through an app?
It was through a website that we met.
Through a website, yeah. So I think a lot of people are just trying to make money off of it.
Yeah.
They designed the AI technology. They should be reimbursed somehow.
That's a bit weird.
It is weird, but I mean, there are pros and cons, right?
There is.
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
Like
what?
We could get real deep. We could stick just music. But I mean, if we go AI, just for those, I don't know if Brandon and Ren know, but
explain to them.
Yeah. So AI is artificial intelligence, right?
Yes.
So what BMAC is saying is he has a website where he can go and he can
make a song about whatever you want.
He could say, write a song about tulips in the wintertime, right? Yeah. And somehow with all this technology, the app or the website will write a song,
give it to you,
and then give it to you, and it previews, what you've asked.
Yeah.
The downside, in my opinion, is this.
Everybody says this. Yep.
Yeah. What about so we were talking off camera earlier about if you joined John Lennon's voice and Kesha's voice, what would you come up with, right? And that's something that you can ask in the app that you're using.
Yeah.
Let's say you do that and you release that song independently on iTunes or something, right?
Yeah.
And you start making money off of it.
Yeah.
You didn't write it.
Right.
And it's not your voice.
Right.
What happens to Kesha and John Lennon? Those are their voices that you've merged, right?
Yeah.
So is that the artist losing out to you?
Well, no, because here's the thing. So no, what happens is because this site, you can't do an artist's voice on this site where a certain name of an artist. Other sites you can do it, but other sites you can do that.
Yeah.
So this site's just more like playing around with it.
Yeah.
But other sites you can do a certain artist's name
and kind of singing to their likeness.
Yeah, to their likeness. Yeah. But this site, it doesn't have that. It's just you can put a song in, and 200 characters you get. So you can do a song about, so I have friends that I hang out with.
Yep.
And let me think about it. So let me see. I have a friend named Ren and Brandon.
Oh, I know them.
Who I see a lot.
Yeah.
I am a good friend to most of my friends. And style, it would be in 1950s Motown.
Oh, so you can choose a genre of how it's going to sound.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Style, whatever style I want to put it into. So let me ask Brandon and Ren and Aaliyah all the same questions. So what would you style? If you did a song on your own song, what would you guys do? Let's start with Brandon first.
Yeah.
If I was going to do a song,
Yes.
Actually,
I'm sorry.
in the likeness of you're saying?
Or both. Let's try that both. Yes. If you're going to do it, yes. What would you do likeness of a song? Yes.
Well, I have a couple of really favorite artists recently.
Yes. Yep.
I would love to do Zach Bryan.
Oh, Zach Bryan?
Yep. And Noah Khan.
Oh, wow. Noah Khan.
They've sung together one time. I would love if they sang together more.
Yeah.
So I could say, can you write a song in the likeness of Zach Bryan and Noah Khan?
Right.
And it would just spit out a song
in
for
20
me.
seconds. Yeah.
In 20 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot faster than most, right?
People. Well, a lot. So I have a theory on that. I have a theory on that, but I'm sharing a theory I have on that.
Yeah.
A lot of artists are selling their catalogs now for that reason alone, because they're going to have AI. So a lot of artists now are selling their catalogs.
Right. To like companies that can manage the catalog and make small amounts of money off of it. Yeah. I don't know if I agree with that.
With that?
Yeah.
Let me ask Brandon, what would you make a song about Brandon? What would you do a song about Ren, Brandon, and Aaliyah? What would you guys do a song? I'll start with Brandon first.
Brandon, if you could like make a song.
What would it be about?
Brandon would make a song about dogs.
Okay.
Yeah.
What style would he do it? What style would you put it in?
Would you like rap or?
Probably could do it in rap.
What do you think?
Yes.
What kind? You would not do Motown.
No.
No Motown for
no
Leah.
Motown.
She hates Motown.
Okay. See, I'm surprised
It's the
at
worst,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Simon Faces.
She does
Wait.
she loves a song called Smiling Faces, which is Motown.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that's the only one, right?
What about that Green song?
Which one?
Green?
I can show you on my iPad.
Oh, she has a song on her iPad about green.
Oh, green. Oh,
Yeah.
That's cool.
What about you, Ren?
No, we didn't see
You
it.
can ask her. She's
Now, Now let me ask you a question. Sorry. I would probably do a song about. Or what if I did another song? I would do a song about maybe my friends, but I would have it done in the style of Foreigner.
Foreigner. That's a classic.
It is.
Yeah.
So can I give you what I think it would sound like?
Yeah. Give it to me.
It would, so let me so it would be the original band. It would be in the original band style. It would be like, I'm here with my friends. I'm sitting down here. I'm looking down on my face. Like something like that. It's just I'm looking.
That's
down
a rock style, huh?
down on my friends. I'm sitting here and I got my friends. Like it would sound something like that.
You're a good screaming rocker, for sure.
And let me ask you this question about 90s bands. Why are bands doing package tours now? You know what that means? Package tours?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of those recently.
But why are bands that I like doing? I don't like when bands do that. When they
I can tell you why.
Why?
You ready?
Yeah.
So
like
we're talking about bands like
Sugar Ray, Smash
Sugar
Mouth,
Ray,
Gin
Smash Mouth,
Blossoms.
like the 90s. They're all going together, right?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Because who would go see a Gin Blossoms concert?
What?
Just the Gin Blossoms.
Right.
Probably not many people,
would
right?
go. Yeah.
But if you have the Gin Blossoms, Peabody,
Where are you guys from?
Peabody Shore.
So what was the question?
Like a great setup here.
Yeah. So what was the question?
So we sorry, someone's walking
90s.
by here.
Yeah, 90s.
So if you were to put Sugar Ray,
yes.
right?
Yes.
The Gin Blossoms,
Right.
Smash Mouth,
Yes.
and
Uncle
a whole
Cracker.
bunch,
Bands.
you're gonna get far more money, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna fill all of the seats, not
All
just
the
some of the seats.
Right. But here was my. Can I tell you my downside of that though?
Yes.
You don't get 2 hours set list.
No. So when you do a show like that, it's
Yeah.
very limited. You probably get
Yeah.
like 25 minutes
Yeah.
tops, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I recently
don't-
went to a show where it was a split.
Split.
So it was two bands, the Indigo Girls and Melissa Etheridge,
Oh wow.
both headlining,
Headlining.
but they each played for about half an hour to 45 minutes.
Okay.
Right. So they split the bill equally
Equally.
because if they're not selling a lot of tickets
Right.
by themselves, if they merge with somebody else, that's in the genre that people might also like,
Yeah.
they get a lot more people coming.
But I get that part, but I don't like the fact that the set is short. That's the problem I don't like. Maybe
So
yeah.
you don't like the set being short.
Yeah.
The artist doesn't like not making money.
Oh.
Right? So the artist has to say, we could get 50 people to come and watch us sing.
Yeah.
Or if we added 5 more bands, we could get 5,000
Okay,
people to
1,000
come see us sing.
Is
Yeah.
that what it is?
I mean, that is my guess.
Your guess.
I am not a music industry insider at
Insider?
all, but that would be my guess.
Yeah. Now, if you were to do a band show, you had your own band, would you do 2-hour set? Would you want to do a band merge? Like if you were in a band right now, we want to merge other bands. Would you do a show by yourself?
Is my band insanely successful?
It's 90s-ish.
It's 90s-ish.
Yes.
If it's 90s-ish, that generation is probably not going to concerts as much as younger generations, right?
Generations. Yeah.
I would actually add some younger
Talent
bands.
to it?
Yeah, some younger talent.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple of unknowns. And just see where it goes from
Where
there.
it goes. Yeah. Now, let me ask you a question for a second. I want to ask Brandon a question. Brandon, what kind of music are you into, Brandon?
What kind of music do you love?
Yes. Do you
I
love? Do you
love
adore? What's that?
music that
What do you think?
has a lot of genre.
What is
Music that has a lot of genre.
that?
So,
Elaborate.
what if we make it more specific and we say who?
Yes.
Oh, he likes jazz.
All right. So you could do a song about anything about in a jazz version, but who would you do? Who would you hear a jazz artist then? Who do you like for jazz artists?
I had one.
Who's that?
I think you had a compilation. Like he had a compilation album of jazz stuff that he really, really liked.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he also you really are into Celtic women too.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that.
Yeah.
I like their stuff too.
Yeah, I
actually.
mean he loves it.
Do you like them, or do you know about them as much as he does, or do you like them a little bit?
I will not lie, Celtic women's not my jam. I get it. I understand why people like it.
Like it.
Just not mine.
So why are all the songs so slow? I hate to, and I want to say why
Exactly
are
my
all
question.
that? Yeah, I mean I don't mean to sound.
I would ask the same thing.
But why are most of the songs wicked slow? They don't have any like upbeat,
I think that's their genre is,
It is.
It's just a slower, relaxing kind of pace.
So let me ask this question. So let me ask you this question now about food stuff. What's your favorite kind of restaurant you like, Ren?
Oh, man. Favorite restaurant?
I like Mickey D's.
Ooh, I like that one.
McDonald's.
Oh, all right. What about you, Aaliyah?
Oh, Aaliyah stepped out. Brandon's here though.
What about you, Brandon?
I would like McDonald's too.
Wow, McDonald's is really popular.
So
here, huh?
let me I like McDonald's too. What about you, Missy?
Yeah.
What about
Are we talking fast food? Or are we talking like restaurant?
restaurant?
Any restaurant?
Let's try both. Let's do
Both?
restaurant first. Yeah.
Fast food, I don't eat very much of, but I would go Burger King. I think
Burger King.
not McDonald's.
Uh-huh.
And if we were to do any restaurant
Yes.
at all, it would definitely be like Fogo de Chao, a Brazilian barbecue.
Brazilian barbecue. Now,
Give me the meat sweats.
The meat
I want to eat
sweats?
so much meat that I'm just sweating meat. I love.
Really?
Yeah.
So I went to go see a movie over the weekend with my mom. Can I tell you about that?
Please do.
It was called Reagan.
Reagan.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
And
You want to hear more about that?
I would love to.
I would give it at least 5 or 6 stars.
Out of how many?
10.
Out of 10, 5 or 6.
Yeah.
All right. So like a 50-60%.
Yeah.
Okay.
And let me explain why. So you know me with voices, right?
Yep.
He did the I was hoping he did the voice, so he did do the voice. Dennis Quaid was the actor.
Yep.
And he did do the voice actually pretty good, I'm not gonna lie.
He did.
He did do the voice. I was
Okay.
hoping he was going to.
Yep.
And he did do the voice
Okay.
very well. Like I like the part when he says, "You want to ride with me, John?"
You actually do a good Ronald Reagan.
I mean,
also.
it's not perfect yet.
Yeah.
It's a little harder to do, but I'm working on the Reagan one. Now, why did he always say the word? Did you ever hear him say the word "well"?
well.
Why did he? He always was like, "Well." Why did he? They always make fun of that.
Oh.
Why is that with him? You
I think everyone that is
Does-
speaking in front of people
Yeah.
probably has one word, and it's usually right?
Yeah.
Or like.
Or like,
I think Reagan's was well, right? It gives
Yeah.
him time to kind of gather his thoughts, see where he's going, and then he can respond.
but why is it all the comedians though? When his voice, he would say all the comedians like jumped on that. All the comedians started.
I mean, I think
impersonating it.
comedians in general are going to jump on anything that's funny.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But do you think Reagan thought it was okay? Do you think Reagan was offended when people do his voice? Do you think he would like it when people do his voice for him? Do you think he thought it was offensive and not when they would do his voice?
I don't think I mean I can't speak for Ronald Reagan, but I can speak for me, and
Yes.
I don't think it would be offensive.
If someone did do
No, I think that's kind of giving me some credit, right?
So can I say a favorite part of the movie? Actually, a favorite part of the
Please
movie.
do.
when the Russian guy that follows him around predicts going to be when the Russian guy that follows him around, I think it's Gorbachev,
I was going to say
Yeah.
probably Gorbachev.
Yeah. says he's going to be president. I like how he predicted that. Like he had a prediction before it even happened that was going to happen.
I mean, that's got to be a sign of a good president, right?
It does.
Yeah. Knowing what's going to happen, what the outcome is going to be. If we do this and this and
We do
this,
this and this and this.
this is what will happen.
Now, I'm wondering about the Reagan part. The Reagan movie is that. Do you think that? Remember, I said that Reagan Alzheimer's when he became older. Reagan Alzheimer's when he became older.
I
Reagan-
do
yes.
recall. Yes.
Yes, but did he announce that on his own? Like when he, because in the movie it shows him. And the movie shows him announcing it on the movie. It has him announcing it to the world. Did he?
I feel like Nancy announced that to
Really?
us. That is what I remember.
Yeah.
But when
Like-
Ronald Reagan was president, I
Yes.
wasn't really paying attention.
A lot. Well,
Yeah.
you're paying attention.
Not to like life. I mean, I was a kid.
So I want to ask you real quick about Taylor Swift for a second. I know you're a Swiftie, right? You're a Swiftie.
I mean, I like
Or-
it. I like a Taylor Swift. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I think Taylor Swift needs to do for a song
What?
that gets faster? She doesn't have any songs that do that yet.
They get faster.
Yes, gradually increase.
You are really big about the tempo of a song.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
Like how it
I've
progresses.
always been into that.
You like a build up and then a
Yes. Big ending.
big ending.
Yeah. Why do you think she hasn't done a song with that kind of in mind?
I think that she probably hasn't done that because it's been done, and she likes to do her own
New
thing.
stuff?
Yeah,
New stuff. Now let me ask you a question real quick.
Mhm.
Do you know who JD Vance is?
I do know JD Vance.
Now, I have a
Not
question.
personally.
No, I have a question about
Yeah.
that. So okay, so if you got the call, you're gonna be all right. So let's say I ran a campaign, right? I ran a campaign, and I
Mhm.
miss you, and I had Missy as my VP pick, right? Missy was me.
That would be an excellent VP pick.
Okay, let me ask you a
Yeah.
question though.
Yep.
How would you feel though with having Secret Service protecting you in your house, like Secret Service guys watching your house? Would you hate that if they were like Secret Service came to your house and like protected your house all day long? Would you hate that or not?
In this day and age, in this political climate,
Yes. Would you want
I would.
that? You think?
I would probably request that.
request that.
Yeah.
So what do they? So do you think they're bored with just some of the guys that just sit and watch the house? Do you think they're bored when they're doing that or not?
I don't know.
Like,
I would be bored,
would be bored if you had to
but I mean, if that's my job, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sent there to do the job,
the job,
so I would do it.
you would do it.
It might be boring.
And what about you, Brandon? Would you want to do that, Brandon? Would you get bored, Brandon? You think if you got a job like that? Would you think you'd be?
Let's say you get hired to be like Roman Reigns' security,
Roman Reigns,
Right.
Who's that?
Yeah.
and you have to like watch him and make sure that he is safe and his house is safe.
Yeah.
While he's sleeping and you're sitting outside, would
Just-
you get bored? That's what he's asking.
Yeah, like
No.
No, it'd be
No?
fun, right?
right.
I think.
But
you'd
what
like
would you
it.
do if the car showed up? Like the car showed up, like Secret Service car showed up at your house. And nothing bad, but it's like the job would be that you get the motorcade in your house and you'd be doing detail.
Yeah.
Like, would that bother you? Because I don't think it would bother me. I think I'd be like, yeah, I'll be on in a minute. I'll be on 1 second. Just let me get my stuff ready. How would you handle that? Like,
I am absolutely fine with people following me. If I know that they're there to
Like,
keep me
to just-
safe.
yeah.
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 They're not following me to
You-
like hurt me or something.
even if it's like, yeah. So
Also, put me in a motorcade
Yes.
and let me wave to the people.
oh, okay.
Yes, I am down for that.
Now let me ask you a question about do you know who Elon Musk is?
I do know Elon Musk.
What would you do if you ever had his type of wealth, or no, not his wealth, but his lifestyle, like the stuff that he's involved in?
Yeah.
If you had the kind of stuff that he was,
You're saying if I was Elon Musk, would I like the things that I'm involved in?
yes,
No,
you wouldn't like things you're involved in.
no,
You wouldn't.
I would not.
You would not.
No,
Let me ask you a question about.
I'm like a people person.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoy human beings.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think he likes humans very much.
No.
No, I think that's why he does, all of his technology stuff to advance us and
Advance us.
all of that.
Yeah.
I just like people and humans.
Now, let me
He
ask.
likes trucks and
He does like
space,
trucks.
right?
Let me ask you, Brandon, do you like Spider-Man or Batman?
Spider-Man and Batman.
Both.
All
He
right.
likes both.
Now let me add to that. Okay, so which Batman do you like, Missy? Okay, so there's been Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, and Adam West. Well, I mean, if you're counting TV Batman, it's Adam West.
I
So-
don't count Adam West.
You don't?
I do not.
How come? Interesting. Why?
Because I think that the Batman that was then is
Then.
far, far different
Yeah.
than the Batman now.
Okay, what do you mean by that? It's more darker?
I think it's far darker.
More
I
darker?
think that it is. I just think that the show was a little cheesy.
Back then, you mean?
Yes. Yeah.
So why do you think back then in those days, that show that they made for TV,
Mhm.
why do you think all the villains, well, not all of them, but there's a villain called the Minstrel, which was like a brain guy. He would just like sing like Batman and Robin, you're gonna go, like just like cheesy stuff.
Cheesy. Yeah.
Why do you think they made most of the villains? Joker was cool, but why do they think they found the villains very cheesy? Is that because they had a strict budget back then to work with?
I don't think that in that time,
Yeah.
like if you and I were chilling and we were like,
Yeah.
oh, let's watch some Batman,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I don't think then it was cheesy.
No,
I think now us looking back at it, it's like,
Yeah.
what? That's real cheesy.
but why was it cheap? But why was it? Why?
It's only cheesy compared to where we are now.
Yeah,
Right. So you look at the Michael Keaton Batman, you look
That one's
at the Joaquin Phoenix, right?
yeah.
If you look at any of those they're far more advanced, right?
Advanced,
The
yeah.
makeup is better, the car is better,
It's better.
right? The
Yep.
technology is better.
Yes.
So us having all of that and then looking back, it's like Leave It to Beaver.
You mentioned Leave It to Beaver.
Yeah.
I met Beaver recently.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Beaver's alive?
Yes, he is.
Wow.
He's 78.
I for some reason I thought he'd be in his 90s.
No. He's 78.
All right.
Do you know who Lee Majors is?
Yep.
I'm gonna meet him again at a Comic-Con in Rhode Island.
Oh, Comic-Con
He's
Rhode
gonna-
Island.
Oh, you know who's gonna be there at Rhode Comic-Con? Is you know who Michael J. Fox is?
I do know
He's
Michael
gonna
J.
be there.
Fox.
He's gonna be there, too.
He's
He's gonna-
Alex P. Keaton.
Yeah,
from
he's gonna-
Family Ties.
Now, what is Family Ties about? I never watched that. What is Family Ties about?
Oh, Family Ties is just about family life in the 80s.
In the 80s?
In the 80s, yes.
What do you mean?
Let's see. So Alex P. Keaton was Michael J. Fox's character. He was actually one of the main characters.
Yes.
And his thing was politics. He loved politics.
did?
He actually loved Ronald Reagan.
He did?
Oh, yes.
On the show?
On the show.
Really?
Loved him, yes.
I didn't know that.
There's a huge political undertone for Family Ties.
Really?
But they also had an older daughter and a younger daughter, and then a very younger child. I can't recall if it's
Wow.
a boy or a girl, but
Really?
yeah, it's just about a family in the 80s.
In the 80s?
Yeah.
So how old was Alex in that show at that time? You think Michael, was he young?
He was
a kid?
definitely in his teens. He was in
Yeah,
high school, and I
high
think
school.
we saw him I think the show ran till he went to college.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What's your favorite TV show, Brandon?
Saved by the Bell.
Oh,
I've seen that a couple times, I
a
think.
couple. Zach P. Morris.
Zach P. Morris.
Oh my God.
Oh, wait.
Kelly Kapowski.
Kelly Kapowski, yeah.
Oh my God. Lisa Turtle.
Lisa Turtle.
That's one of my favorites.
And Screech.
And Screech and
Screech.
Slater.
Slater. Yes.
I don't think I've ever watched that show. I've watched like bits and but I never watched the actual entire show. Say about the Bell.
It's a great show.
Now, do you think I would like that show? Because I'm gonna say my favorite shows, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I like iCarly. Okay.
iCarly. Yeah. Disney show.
Okay.
Yep.
Phineas and Ferb, I love.
Phineas and
You ever
Ferb.
watch
Yep.
that show?
Yep.
I like that. I like Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That
Yeah,
is a
Brandon knows
classic.
that one.
Yes.
And I still on occasion watch SpongeBob. I will say it till the day I pass
SpongeBob.
away.
Yeah,
I
that's
watch
all right. That's okay.
It's a classic show, and still
It
making new
is.
ones. And still making new ones.
Definitely one of the first cartoons that I realized, oh, this cartoon's so funny, but it's actually funny for adults and kids.
In what way can I can see? But I don't see the adult. I mean, well, I don't. What do you mean?
I think a lot of parents, again, don't have children, not a parent, but
Right. Me neither.
it must be absolutely horrible watching kids' TV shows as an adult,
Yeah.
right? Like Coco Melon, that baby with the big head that just
Big
goo-goos and gagas.
Right.
That's got to be really boring.
Boring for
Right.
them. Yeah.
So just giving it, making that fun for the adult that's watching it, but also fun and meaningful for the kid that's watching it.
Yeah.
Like Bluey, that's a great cartoon. My nieces and my nephew love watching Bluey.
They do.
Yep. It's like one more Bluey before bed, two more Blueys before bed.
Really?
So we watch those, and I think that they are learning from it, but there's also humor in there that the adults get that kids don't get. They just don't have that life experience yet.
Now what? So I have an idea for. I have an idea if you. I have an idea if you don't mind me sharing. I have an idea for you guys. How do you guys feel about a 3-part podcast series or a 5-part podcast series on Smash Mouth's history? Because I think someone should put that together, like from the beginning of their inception.
Sure.
Are you?
This-
Oh, Brandon's good with it.
Go ahead. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So beginning of the
Are
year.
you doing it?
I'm
Or you?
putting
Someone
that-
else is making it.
I think someone else should do that.
Oh, you
Somebody needs
want
to do
someone to do
it.
it?
Yes.
Okay.
So it would be 1 part beginning,
Yep.
second part success, third
Mhm.
part band member changes, fourth part's last years of the old singer, and then 5 continuing on. So like a 5-part, not Netflix, but like an audio. I'm calling it a podumentary.
Oh, okay, a podumentary. I like that.
A
That's an
5-part.
excellent
A
play on words.
5-part. What's that?
I would too.
He would
You
listen
would?
too. Yeah.
Now,
I just want to be honest. I
Yes.
would not listen.
how come?
I feel like a 5-part series about a mediocre band is a lot.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
Do you think Smash Mouth's mediocre?
I do.
Okay. If you don't mind me asking,
Yeah.
Finally, of course. What makes you say they're mediocre?
Have you listened to them?
Yeah, they're great.
Oh, okay.
How come? What makes you say they're mediocre?
I mean the lyrics.
The lyrics.
Yep. I mean they're kind of a one-hit wonder. I don't know how you're gonna get 5 parts
Well,
out of
okay. How
Smash
about
Mouth.
3? Okay, how about 3? 3?
I mean, I think you would listen.
Yeah.
Do I think that the mass
The-
majority of people would listen? If it was like
if you
I
grew up
can
in the
I can
90s,
I can watch this. I can listen to this true crime podcast that's 5 parts,
yeah,
right?
it's like a,
Or I
yeah.
can listen to this 5-part
Part
series
on
about the
Smash Mouth.
mediocre '90s band Smash Mouth.
You know
I'm gonna go
You know the
and not watch Smash
You know,
Mouth.
can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Just like fact. The first one I've ever met that's ever said that they're mediocre. Nobody else has ever said that.
Really?
That I've met. That's just
I
mediocre.
have a problem. I can't lie.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fake it. I'm not a big Smash Mouth fan.
Now, can I tell you something about
Yeah.
them? I actually met them a couple times at a couple
I
concerts.
figured that might have something to do with why you're so into them.
And I saw them on stage at a concert too.
Okay, it's that. Yes,
That's probably
yes.
what it is.
Yeah, I actually enjoy being on this podcast because I feel like I'm like 1 degree separated from all these famous people that you've hung out with.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean?
Well, I
by
mean, I know
separated?
last time we talked about, you were up
Gene
on stage
Simmons.
with Kiss and
Yeah,
Gene Simmons,
Dr.
right?
Murphy's also, yeah.
So I'm sure that you've heard of like the 6 Degrees of Seven Kevin Bacon,
A little.
right?
never-
And so it's this theory of Kevin Bacon is such a popular, versatile actor that
Yes.
you can separate yourself from him
Yeah.
in 6 people.
6 people.
Right? So with you, I can separate. Gene Simmons is one person
Yeah.
from me, right?
Yeah.
And that person is you.
Yeah.
You're the degree,
To a degree.
right?
Yeah.
So you meet all these famous people.
Right.
I get to say I am 1 degree separated from
this
Gene
person.
Simmons,
Right. Or anybody.
from Smash Mouth. I don't
Right.
think I'd use that to brag though. But yeah.
Now, let me ask you this question. So, about you said mediocre. How do you feel about Nickelback? Do you think Nickelback pretty good? How do you feel about them?
Yeah.
What?
That's a tough one.
What do you mean? It's a tough one.
Well, I mean, if I'm gonna go with the popular opinion,
Yes.
Nickelback is a very overrated band. If I'm gonna go with my opinion,
Yes.
I think Nickelback is a great band.
Okay,
I
good.
don't think people give them enough credit. I
Yes.
don't know if it's because they're Canadian.
Yeah.
I'm not
yeah.
sure where the
I like that,
hatred
though.
comes from them, but
Yeah.
I think they're a great band.
So
Chad Kruger, he writes great songs,
he does write
right?
great songs. Yes.
I would go see them.
You would
Yeah, for free.
for free.
Yeah.
Now you know what they do. They let people come on stage to sing too. Nickelback does too.
Oh, they do.
They
Is that
do.
what you're looking to
I'm
do?
hoping at some point. if I can.
I would write in for that.
You would what rate in?
I would write in. I'd say, hey, Chad, my friend B-Mac's going to be at your show.
Yeah.
Pull him on up. He's a rocker.
And the song I would sing, believe it or not, would be the song Rockstar.
Oh, okay.
That'd be the
All
song I
right.
would do. And now let me ask you about Dave Grohl. You know who Dave Grohl is?
Oh, God. Yep, I do.
How do you feel about Dave Grohl?
Now or last week?
Let's go with now first.
With now?
First, then we'll go last week.
I mean, the life of being a rock star's got to be tough.
Tough.
Do I think
Sounds
that you
fun.
should have children out of wedlock?
No.
Mm,
No.
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 But I mean, I think that kind of comes with the rock and roll territory, doesn't
Life.
it?
Yeah.
I mean, you're on the road. You're
All the time.
all the time.
Yep.
I think Dave Grohl is one of the best rock stars of all time.
Now, if you don't
I
mind
really
me,
do.
if you don't mind me asking a question
Yeah.
real quick about the AI thing for I'm gonna get back
Yeah.
to for 1 second, and we'll get back to now what I would do for AI song about my friends over here
Yeah.
that are on the podcast, I would have it in Ozzy Osbourne's voice, actually in Ozzy's voice, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
It would be I'm here with my friend Brendan and Leah. Like it'd be like I'm here with them over here.
Oh, you even got the little accent in there, man. I love
You
it.
got me to find me. I'm going in with them.
Yeah.
That's if I was to do a song about you guys, I would have it in Ozzy's voice. I
You
would
would
put
do
it in Ozzy's style.
You
Yeah.
could do Ozzy style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But would you listen to that song? I mean, if it was good enough with the lyrics.
I mean, is the song about me?
It's well, yes.
Yes, I
It's
would
about
listen. A song
everybody.
about me, I'd listen.
You would listen.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't mind me asking, who's that laughing at you?
What do you mean?
So someone was just laughing when they said.
Celeste.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
Celeste,
Celeste. I'm like,
Celeste.
who's that
Yeah.
laughing? Who was that person laughing at you? So how do you feel about William Shatner as an actor? Do you think he's overrated? Do you think he's okay, William Shatner? As an actor?
Not a sci-fi fan.
No?
No.
Really? See, I'm surprised at that.
Yes, most people are.
I can't
Not
believe
really,
that.
not at all.
You're not, huh?
I mean, I'll admit that I don't think that I've seen all the Star Wars movies like all the way through.
What?
Yeah, I know.
I don't mean
Star Trek, not for me.
really.
Yeah, no.
Now, have you seen Frozen? Did
The
you see-
movie?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, did you like it? Did you yourself like it when it came out?
No.
You didn't?
No.
How come?
You're talking about the Disney movie Frozen?
Yes. I am. Yes,
Yeah, I don't know. It just wasn't for me.
that's interesting.
Moana, on the other hand, I can get behind.
So I have a theory. So how do you feel about actors that make albums? Because not all of them are good, but like Leonard Nimoy, Spock made like 5 albums.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me at all.
Doesn't it? Yeah, but why do they do it though? Well, why do actors you think make albums?
Did you buy his album?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
But
It's so they make money.
but can I say something though?
It could be like a passion project. I mean,
Passion
maybe
project?
Leonard Nimoy really, really wants to be a rock star.
Yeah, but you see, I think he sounds like good though as a singer.
I think that he
Nimoy.
probably realized that, and that's why he didn't really put anything else out.
Now, okay. Can I tell you whose album I did buy recently?
Yeah.
William
Don't say
Shatner.
Smash Mouth.
No,
Okay.
William Shatner.
Singing? William Shatner singing?
No, he's speaking the words to all the songs.
He just talks the words?
Yeah.
That is a point of being famous that I'd like to get to, where I don't even have to sing on an album. I can just talk the words.
Why? Why do you want to get to that point?
I mean,
Why
what
do you
kind of job is that? That's great.
Why is that a great job? you
Just
think?
read the words to songs and people buy my album? Why
Yeah.
not?
It's funny. He put an album out recently called Shatner Sings the Blues.
Oh, so he does blues songs.
Yes.
And he's just talking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for rock. Have you heard the song Rocket Man, Belton John?
Yes.
He goes, she packed my bag last night, 0 hour, 9 a.m. I'm gonna be high as a kite by then. And he speaks the words the entire song.
Oh.
But who would go see it live in concert? I wouldn't go see it live in concert.
William Shatner in concert?
Yes, because
No.
because you know what he does? He performs around the country, and he just does that the whole time. He just on stage just does like different songs.
Yeah, that's not for me.
But what kind of venue would have him? Like did he play the Garden?
No, I do not think
No?
that no,
No.
I do not.
Where-
I mean, a smaller venue like maybe the Leader Bank Pavilion in Boston.
Is
That's
that-
that's actually pretty big.
yeah, it's big.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's
much smaller than that.
How about Leonard Auditorium in Lynn?
That
Maybe.
also- I mean, that's probably the best spot
The best
size
spot
wise.
for someone like him.
Right. You don't want to invite him and then have like 8 people in the audience.
8
right?
people in the
You want
audience.
to be able to sell it out.
Now, funny, if you don't mind me asking, do you know? I'm going to go back here for a second. If you don't
Yeah.
mind. Do you know who Pat Boone is?
Pat Boone, I
Yes.
do. Yep.
You know what album I have?
Tell me.
His metal album.
Did not know that Pat Boone did a metal album.
Yes, he did.
Oh.
But he did it in the style of like it was weird. Like he did Crazy Train to Heaven, and he goes, and she's buying a stairway to heaven.
Yeah.
It was very like jazzy. It was weird, but somehow it worked.
It worked.
It's called In a Metal Mood. And it has him in a big leather jacket. Like in his 80s with the big metal leather jacket.
Oh,
on.
I'll check it out.
It's called Metal Mood.
Metal Mood by
Now-
Pat Boone.
Now, Brandon, if you made an album, what would your album be called, Brandon? If you made an album, what would you call it? If you made an album, what would you call your album?
Brian Dino's album.
Brandino's album.
That's a great
that was
stage
right off the
name.
dome, man?
That's an excellent
Wow.
stage name, actually.
Yeah.
Brandino.
Brandino.
It's very Italian.
Yeah.
Brandino. Now, what would you call your album? Is Aaliyah still here?
No, Ren is here though.
Ren, what about you, Ren?
I'm not sure. I never really thought about it.
No?
No? You never thought about it?
Ren loves music though.
What kind of music do you like, Ren?
And she really kills it during Short Idol
Really?
on Fridays.
Oh, that was fun. Remember
At
I
one
went to
in
that?
Peabody.
Remember I came for that?
Yeah, I remember
That
you
was
came
a
for
good
that.
time. That was
I'm gonna
fun.
have to say either R&B or
Yeah.
like, what's the other one I wanted to say? R&B or like pop music.
Like you like pop hits from like the 2000s.
Yes,
Yeah.
like the 2000s, not like the 60s, 80s.
Yeah, no.
Like that type.
I wanted to ask a question. Remember how you said Smash Mouth mediocre a minute ago?
Yes, I do remember.
Do you think the mediocre Celeste Smash Mouth or not? Do you think Smash Mouth's mediocre or not?
The song?
No, the band Smash Mouth. Do you think the mediocre?
The band, I mean, I agree with them being
Shit.
kind of a one-hit wonder.
Mhm.
I mean, when you like most people, I think associate Smash Mouth
With
with
Shrek.
Shrek.
Yeah.
Shrek, right.
And
Yeah.
that's where I think a lot of the popularity comes from.
comes from. Yeah.
Right, like their best career move was to get on the Shrek soundtrack.
Shrek soundtrack.
Yeah.
Like if they weren't on the Shrek soundtrack,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be talking about Smash Mouth.
Talking about
For
Smash.
certain.
For certain.
Right?
Now, can I say something? My criticism I have about Bon Jovi is that
I mean, sorry to interrupt, but you know Bon Jovi saved someone's life yesterday.
yes, I know. Yes, I
Okay,
do. Yes, yeah. I'm
right.
aware
I
of
just
that,
don't want
yes.
to bad mouthing it.
No, I will not. No. I've heard him sing recently at a couple live concerts.
Yeah.
and he doesn't sound that good.
Yeah, that is a problem that I am also running into.
What do you mean?
Bands that I've seen, you know, like as I was growing up, and
Yes.
now I go to see them, and it's like, wait, I paid money to hear this.
Hear this?
A perfect example, and
Yes.
it's the Lynn Auditorium.
Yes.
I brought my mom and my dad. Shout out mom and dad.
Yes.
To see America, the band.
really?
Yeah, at the Lynn Auditorium.
yes.
And they played 5 songs total,
That's it.
and they played "Horse with No Name" 3 times in 3 different styles. And then that was
what do
it.
you mean? What do you mean different styles? What do
I'm
you
pretty
mean?
sure that one of us fell asleep during this show.
So
They don't sound good.
they don't sound good.
They did a lot of electronic stuff, and definitely grew up with America and love
Yes.
all of their albums.
Yeah, I like that song.
Yeah.
I love that song.
They had more hits than just "Horse with No Name," but
Yeah, I
that
know.
is just what they
Me-
went to. And so I get it. They sounded horrible. It was
What's
not.
the song called? If you don't mind,
Yeah.
about me asking, what's the song that they do that goes? Well, I tried to make it Sunday, and I got so damn depressed.
Yeah.
What's that song called?
Now I'm singing it in my head. They didn't sing that one.
They
by the way.
didn't?
No.
At all?
It was really. It should have just been called "Horse with No Name." That was really the most. That's
Really?
really what they sang the most of.
So why didn't you tell them? Say, hey guys, you guys did do a good job tonight. Like, why didn't you tell them that? Like,
Yeah, I mean, is that something that you do? Do you do that?
Well, here's the thing. So here's what I do about that.
I mean, do you think America really cares about my opinion? I don't mean America, the country, like the band. Do you think they really are like, oh, that
if you
hated
say,
us?
well, no. Here's what you say.
Yeah.
You should say, as a fan,
Yep.
I came for an actual show. I didn't feel like I got that tonight personally. I think if you say it that way,
Yep.
they'll understand and accept it. If you say it in a polite manner,
Okay.
I think they'll accept it.
You're saying that you want me to reach out and write them a nice note about how
Yeah.
let down I was by
Yes.
this concert.
Explain it to them and say, dear America, my name is Missy. I went to your show recently, I had a show, and I felt like it was lackluster.
Lackluster.
Yeah.
That's an excellent
Use those words
description
in a
for it,
polite
yeah.
manner, and then you could say, can you please come back and give me an app? I don't know. See, my brain would go to and give an actual show, and please meet me at the concert. We'll have a couple of drinks after the show.
Well, now you
That's
want
what you
me
should
to drink with the band America.
Well, only if
I'm pretty sure they're like,
Steady
yeah.
progression.
I think they're about 80 years old now.
They're 80 years old.
I mean, at
What do you
least
do
I
at
think. I don't. You play 3 songs and then you leave stage when you're 80.
That's it.
That's what you do.
Yeah, but what if you're the Stones and the Stones still
Um,
tour?
I mean, I've not been to a Rolling Stones show.
You haven't?
Nope.
Really?
Also, not a fan of the Rolling Stones.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think they're kind of overrated too.
I
Actually.
agree 1,000%.
Yes.
Ren,
Not a fan either.
not a fan.
Me
Yeah,
neither, yeah.
yeah.
Now a bit now, but what if you told like see you like you said you saw American that was terrible. Who was the worst one you saw besides America? Or were they the one that you remember the most?
Like the worst concert I've
Artist,
seen.
yes.
Artist.
Can I tell you one if you don't mind?
Yeah, please do.
I went to see Kiss in concert. I've seen Kiss twice.
Yep.
Okay. David Lee Roth actually opened for them.
Yeah,
Do you know who David Lee Roth
I
is?
sure do. The ex-singer of Van Halen.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you feel about him and Sammy? Do you think they're gonna be besties?
No. do
Why?
not.
Why not?
I think David Lee Roth kind of feels booted.
Booted?
Uh,
What do you mean by booted? He
I
just
mean,
feels betrayed. Or
yeah, betrayed.
Why?
Well, you kind of carried on the band without me, and I mean, let's be honest. The voice of the band is the band.
What,
Mm.
David? Yeah,
I mean, that's what people aren't coming because the drummer's good. No offense to drummers.
the drummers.
Right?
No offense to
I mean, I'm
drummers.
not going to pay $300 to see the drummer
The drummer. Me
unless the
neither
drummer's
am I.
related to me and I'm supporting them.
Yes, unless
in
you're
their
like his cousin.
endeavors.
Yes.
Right. But That's kind of like, oh, we're just gonna go on tour and sing all the songs that you wrote with someone else.
Somebody else.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because I've seen. What am I saying? Sammy Hagar is going on tour now,
Yep.
and he does do some Roth songs.
Interesting.
But how can you do that though? But do you think he needs permission to do that before he can go out and sing them?
I mean, I don't think copyright comes into play because you're not making money off of it per se. Like people are there to see you for another reason, and you kind of just like put that song in the show.
Yes.
I mean, if he was to start singing Van Halen songs and then release them on the radio as himself singing Van Halen, then he could probably get sued.
Now, what do you think? So how do you so you know my mission would be one day? How do you think David Lee Roth and Sammy can amend their bitter feelings? So look at how do they can become besties, him and David? I would love to see it happen someday where they could do like one show together, just give each other the hugs and say, you know what, it's about what we went through. I'm sorry what we did in the past, but we're gonna move on. Like, how can you?
Bygones be bygones.
Yeah, how can they do that, David and Sammy? I mean,
I think that you could probably write both of them a letter and tell them to meet you here at Shore at this table.
Yeah.
And you could probably talk them out of their feud. Yeah.
But okay, so of course about that, I'm asking.
Yeah.
Who do you think started the whole thing? You think? I feel for me, I think David did, but
Agreed.
I don't know.
I agree.
But why do you think David started? Is it because David's got a bit of a personality? Why do you think David?
That's what I would say. I would say there's a big clash of personalities.
Yeah.
I think they kind of both are vying.
I also think David Lee Roth is like, he is Van Halen. I mean, that's who you think of when you hear it, right?
Yeah,
The face.
The face.
You're the face of the van, and all of a sudden it's like your face isn't there now. It's Sammy Hagar's face.
Hagar's
Not
face.
the nicest face.
Now, Foreigner. I got to tell you about Foreigner real
Yeah.
quick. I'm a little bit mad about Foreigner. Can I
Okay.
explain why?
Yeah.
Because their singer is a Lou Graham copycat. The original singer was Lou Graham,
Yep.
and now the guy's named Kelly Hansen. He's a new singer,
Yep.
and he mimics what Lou does.
Yep.
Literally, he has like the pattern down. He sounds a lot like Lou, but he
So
doesn't.
you're interested in a band, disbanding, and then when they come back together,
I'd rather have the have the old guys back.
you'd rather the old guys back,
Yeah.
right? I think a lot of those, like I recently went to like the Dead, and I know John Mayer's playing with the Dead now.
Yeah.
Like he's not part of the Dead,
He's not.
right? So I mean, sadly, people die, right?
Yes.
And and if you want to keep touring, you have to find that replacement, right?
Yeah, but he's not as good as. I mean, he's close to it, but he's not really that good. I don't think.
Yeah.
I think that now a guy like have you heard of the band Rush? Have you heard
She
of
can
them?
sit on her walker.
Have you heard of the band Rush?
Rush, I have heard of Rush.
You have.
Yeah.
How do you feel about them as a band? Do you think they're pretty good?
Rush?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of people like Rush. I'm not like the biggest Rush.
Now, how do you feel about farewell tours?
Lady, you can sit right on that, or you can sit on the flat chair.
So,
Oh, okay.
how do you feel about farewell tours? Bands doing like farewells. How do you
Is
feel
it really a farewell?
right?
I feel
Is
like
it?
a lot of bands say farewell and then they don't ever leave.
But
right?
why do they always say that? Why do they always say it? Why do they always say it? The
I think-
final tour.
Yeah, I think what it comes down to is like Cher. It's money.
It's money.
I mean, Cher's farewell tour, I think, went my entire teenage years.
It did.
Yeah.
Your entire teenage life.
I'm pretty sure she was saying goodbye for my whole childhood.
Really.
And she's still not gone.
So why? But what?
But look at all the money.
All the money she made.
If you say this is our last one,
Yep.
this is our last show, we're never doing another show,
Wow.
you're going to get more people to watch.
Now, of course, have you heard the new Beatles song that the Beatles made that they put out?
I don't
It's the
think that
AI
I
one.
have. Yep.
It's called Now and Then.
Yep.
It's got John Lennon's voice in it, actually singing in it.
Is this actual recordings of John Lennon?
It's a tape that they took of John's voice.
And then they cleaned it
They
up.
dragged
a
it with
little?
AI. Yeah, they used AI with it. They dragged it in. They dragged his voice in with the AI.
I feel like AI in music is kind of like when people started buying tickets to like hologram concerts.
Hologram concerts.
Where like the person is not with us anymore, like Prince, or Elvis.
Yeah, Elvis.
But you can come see his hologram, right?
Now, how do you feel about a blind concert venue? How do you feel about that for a possibility? See, so can I explain to you what that will look like?
Yeah.
So there will not be any visuals at the show.
No
Or at the
visuals.
venues.
Okay.
It'd be just audio, and it would be described. So it would like David Lee Roth jumps on the stage. There's a backflip, like in the air. It would describe the show, and you'd have like all the employees there would be blind. So you'd have like a blind like security guards.
Yeah.
You would have blind ushers. You would have blind meet and greet runners. You'd have like an entire concert. You'd have like a name acts could come. So like
Yeah.
David Lee Roth and Styx, or like bananas could big. Everybody would be blind. How do you feel
Okay.
about that for an idea? Like a blind concert venue.
I mean, I like it.
You like it?
Would you enjoy concerts more if there wasn't like the show, and it was just more about the music.
I guess it depends on who it is.
Yeah.
Who I'm going to listen to. So like an example of that. So like Kiss, I like the Heat because of smoke.
There's
Yeah, a lot of smoke, and
Right.
I like that. But like bands like I don't know Pink, because I can't see what she's doing, so I have a hard time with Pink. I think I have a hard time with that.
Right, and so I've been to a couple of Pink shows,
Yeah.
and like her whole thing is like acrobatics and
Acrobatics.
like flying over the stage, hanging by a cable, and like dancing with a sheet coming down from the ceiling. And so that's probably not too fun for you, right?
No,
Because while she's doing that, she's attempting to sing.
right.
Probably not the best
Not the
singing of
best
her whole
thing for me.
life, right? Because
Right.
she's doing things.
Yeah.
Now,
even if I'm gonna get back to artists like artists sound terrible, Paul Stanley from Kiss.
mhm.
Gene one time, this is his voice. Gene one time said, Gene one time at a show said, "I don't lose my voice, Paul Stanley." He said that one time out loud to a crowd one time.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with that? If your band member doesn't sound that good, do you tell them to stop singing? Like, what do you do?
If I make my living,
Yes,
right?
yes.
If my bread and butter is
Yes,
this band and
yes.
that's how I'm surviving in
Yes,
the world,
yes.
and I feel like
Approach.
the lead singer is not singing
What?
the way that they should,
Yeah,
I definitely would say something.
in a calm manner. Would you do it in a polite manner? You think, or how would you?
I mean, I think that I'd probably just because I am who I am, I'd kind of make it jokingly, like, "Wow, you sound like crap," right?
You would say that.
And then hopefully he would laugh, and then maybe that bug in his ear would be like, "Wait, do I sound horrible?"
Right.
Then there's like no confrontation. It's just like, I was just joking, but you really do sound like trash.
So, but
Yeah.
but how do you tell an artist that's a big name artist like that? Yeah, you just don't have it anymore. Like you just don't have you just don't have it anymore. Or do you even bother going down that road at that point?
I have to think that if a singer,
That's
right,
huge.
that's their whole life is
Yeah.
singing.
Yeah.
They have to know that they can't sing the way
Like
that
that.
they used to sing, right?
Yeah. It's
Do
a
I
human
need to
talent.
point it out for them?
Well,
Is that gonna? I mean, I do this thing. Is it helpful or hurtful? That's probably just hurtful, right?
well, if you say it in the nicest way possible, it'll help.
I feel like we're talking about like rock stars that have kind of aged
Yeah.
a little bit.
Badly.
Right, right. And so
Yes.
your voice really can't. The older you get, your voice doesn't stay the same, right?
stay the same.
You don't have those muscles.
The 1980s voices.
So
80s.
me saying, "Wow, you're old and you're singing sex," like how is that helpful
Double
to the person?
whammy.
Yeah, right.
But see, I might say it. Like if I'm feeling like,
Not only are you old, but
Right.
well, I see. So you asked. So I think if I was feeling like kind of like cocky on that, I'd be like, yeah, dude, you don't sound like him. I think if I'm like, I think, yeah, I'm sorry to tell you this, brother, politely, of course, but I just don't think you have the same voice you used to have.
Yeah, and I bet they would say, "Yeah, this is not the first time someone's told me that."
Really? It's
I
multiple-
would say the only star that I really like that has aged well and could still sing well into his like 90s or
90s.
80s was
Who knows?
the star that did the album with the jazz album with Lady Gaga,
Tony Bennett,
Tony Bennett,
Yep.
yeah. Tony Bennett's voice was beautiful
Still
to
good.
the day,
right?
You know?
Yes,
Died.
yeah.
Tony Bennett's very good.
Yeah.
And what about? All right, but listen, guys, awesome to be on the podcast. I'm
Oh,
glad
that
you
was such
came
a
on the
quick outro.
podcast.
Yeah, that's it.
But no, hold on. Let me get
Oh,
a
yeah,
little
yeah.
longer. Now, my friend Missy here, been a great time, like always. I'm glad you came on to discuss everything that we've done.
Yeah.
And I also want to say too that I would say this too. I think that if you ever did like a movie,
Yep.
who would play you? Do you think? If you don't mind me asking, this is the last question to close out.
In like a movie of
Yes,
my life, who
someone
would
who's your
play
life-
me?
Yeah, who would you want to play you?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's a tough one.
Yeah.
I mean, I really don't know. A lot of people would probably say Melissa McCarthy.
See, it's interesting you say that. A little bit. I can see the voice a little
The
bit.
voice, yeah.
Yeah.
I've gotten that before.
See, but do you know who I want to play me in a movie someday? I have a couple of choices if you don't mind me asking.
Who is it?
A couple of choices.
All right.
I want Stallone.
Your top.
Yeah, I want Stallone,
Stallone.
Sam
Stallone now or
Yeah,
top
Stallone
of his day?
now. Stallone.
Stallone now. Okay.
Sam Elliott.
Oh yeah. Yes.
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 Sam Elliott or Nick Nolte.
I'm Sam Elliott all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, why Sam Elliott? Is it because of his look? Because it's funny. A lot of people that I know say he's a very handsome-looking man for his age.
I
Why
agree.
Sam?
Oh, yeah, oh, the peanut gallery. They agree.
But why do you pick Sam Elliott on the top? Why do you pick Sam Elliott? the most?
I think he's an awesome actor.
Yes.
I think that he'd probably get to know you and he could play you to a T. Yeah.
In what way? But it's funny. But the problem is, I don't have any guns or anything. I know Sam Elliott loves to play gun characters with guns and stuff in movies. I'm not good at that though.
I listen. If
Listen.
someone calls Sam Elliott and
Yeah.
says, "Listen, BMAC is looking to have someone play him in a movie,"
Yeah.
there's no way he's saying, "No, I'm not interested."
Not interested.
No.
Right, but
He's doing it.
but how would he play it? But I mean, he looks like a cowboy. I don't have a cowboy look though. I don't have a cowboy look. I mean, how
Well,
would
I mean, it's like that whole entire idealism of actors taking that step out role that could really make it or break it for them. you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
I don't think it's. I don't think it's. I don't. I'm not.
Yep.
Personally, I don't think that should matter. I
don't think it
that
matters.
I don't think that should be different.
No, it doesn't
Mhm.
matter.
The difference is that personally, that's how I feel. I don't
Yeah.
think it should matter.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
If,
good thinking.
if you-
Yeah, as long
I
as
don't
they're a
feel
good
like you
actor and you
should
think
say
they'll do
that.
you justice, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I feel.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, it's been a really fun show. I'm
Yeah.
glad that we got this
Yeah.
going again. I'll have you back on again soon. I promise. I owe you that big time. I feel like I owe you
Yeah,
that.
and maybe next time we can do it in Peabody so we have a bigger crowd.
That's a good idea. I
Yeah.
didn't think about that. Yeah. I'll have to work on that.
Do you think that'd be fun, right?
Would you guys
Yeah,
do that?
Yeah, no, we would love it.
And we'll do that. And anyway, guys, podcast. 42 in the books. See you guys next week for podcast 424 and
Thanks for
Thank
having
you,
us.
Missy.
We
Thanks,
appreciate it.
guys.
Thanks so much.
All
Bye,
right.
everyone.
Good
Thanks
job.
for watching.
Bye. It's time to go.
What happened? What happened, Aaliyah? Did you fall right out of the chair?
Yeah, I was like, I didn't see her, but I was looked over.